Alright, and we're back. Let's move on. So we've gotten to the end of the egg corridor. It's time to make our way back. Not really too much difference between going there and going back. It's just a little more tedium. Up. Oh, and I do need missiles. Or do I? No, I don't. What am I even thinking? Oops. There we are. Okay, so we get a little cutscene of Sue talking to her brother here. He explains that he's locked in some sort of shelter. Exposition, exposition. You don't get the food. Yep, they're holding her responsible for Toroka being kidnapped, and they're planning to turn her over to the doctor once he comes back. So I think I just have to go talk to her first. Okay. Okay. She's told us that he's in the Bushlands now, so now we can go. Oh. Keep forgetting it's down to go through doors. Okay. Wait. No. Thank you. Bushlands. I love this place's music. Okay. Gotta get that guy's key. I ain't gonna bother talking to him. Those big blue guys are annoying. In fact, most of this is annoying until we get our next weapon. Okay, now we go talk to Santa. And no, it's not that Santa. It's this Santa. And he invites us over. And he's going to give us a gift. A gift from Santa. And that's our third weapon of the game. Always kind of nice. And he tells us where we need to go next. You can see this is our new weapon, the fireball. Shoots little fireballs that bounce around, kind of like in Mario. And they're actually really useful on slopes, like in this area. It also levels up pretty easily, but it also will level down quite easily. So this is a weapon you want to use when you're planning not to get hit. There we are. And we're at level 6 already, which allows us to shoot 4 blue fireballs that travel quite a distance, do quite a bit of damage. And I'm just going to hop up here real quick and get some more life. Bringing us up to a total of 18. Always kind of nice. Wow, that's a 1 in a million. I was trying to be smug there. Okay. So now we go to Chako's house, and we're supposed to go through her fireplace, but we can't because it's full of fire. And for some reason, we can't just pour water on it. We gotta get jellyfish juice, which... Luckily, this area is now infested by jellyfish. But we have to go get the big one. It's back in the central area, kind of where we picked up the key. Oh yeah, obviously the big downside of the fireball is it's not very good at attacking enemies in the air. Okay. And you can see the big jellyfish is right above me. So I'm just gonna throw some missiles at it. Until it explodes. And then drops a treasure chest full of jellyfish juice, apparently. So we're not going to go to Chako's just yet. Instead, I've got a couple other things I need to use jellyfish juice for. Not sure if anyone remembers, but there is actually a fireplace back in this area. And we're about to get something very nice. My personal favorite weapon in the game. In the original version, it was actually called the Bubbler. But bubbling, I guess, is also alright. You may notice right now, it's kind of lame, but it does get better, trust me. It is actually probably my favorite weapon. Simply by how versatile its level 3 is. It's also pretty resistant to leveling down, which is another big plus. So once you get it to level 3, it'll almost never actually drop back down. There we are. Level 2. Now we're shooting rapid fire spray bubbles. The bubbles themselves aren't all that powerful, but they fire quickly and cover quite a large area. So it's much more suited to use on smaller enemies that don't have a whole lot of health than large enemies like this guy. Well, maybe kind of. Okay, so now we've got level 3. Creates a cloud of bubbles around me and actually fires them forward in little lightning bolts. If you just tap the button, they actually fire immediately. And you can pretty much use this weapon any way you want. It actually tells you to. Use it as you like. And it is extremely versatile. Okay, so we gotta kill this jelly guy again. Oops. Never mind. Yeah, the more damage you take at once, the more your weapons will actually level back down. So I just gotta get this thing back up to level 3, and then avoid doing something stupid like that again. Okay, and since we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and use the jellyfish juice one more time to get some charcoal. We're gonna need that later, and it's just more convenient to get it now than later. Let's level this thing back up so I don't have to deal with wimpy blue bubbles. There we are. Now when they all fly forward at once, that's actually me releasing the button. It's It's pretty neat. You can basically choose how many when I actually have floating around you or firing at any given time. And they do actually have an incredibly long range. There is actually an upper limit to how many you can have floating around you, and you do actually have a regenerating ammo amount up there in the top left. You can see it is actually possible to run it completely out and not be able to use the weapon, but I mean, look at this. I can just continually fire for about 10 or 15 seconds, and then it just regenerates in a couple of seconds here. Still, though, it's not suited to everything. Obviously, sometimes you'll want to use different weapons. This is the one I like to use the most. Oops. That was dumb. Also, because the levels kind of move randomly, it is sometimes hard to aim. Even if you are just tapping the button, you can see there's quite a bit of variance in where my shots actually land. Oh, and what am I thinking? I have to kill the jelly. Gotta kill him one more time, and then never again. Okay. There we are. Now we can go through the fireplace in Chako's house and finally proceed. I'm just going to go ahead and save it up here. Made the mistake of one time not saving after doing about 90% of what I just did, and it was not fun doing it all over again. I actually ended up dying to a mini-boss that unexpectedly hit me with a really powerful attack, toasted all my health in just a cut. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on this and do the commentary at the same time, and it is not working out for me. Okay, so those little white guys actually don't do anything until you actually fire on them, at which point they kind of counterattack with those little red beam blast things. And those do hurt pretty bad, so I try to hit them from a considerable distance or from behind like that, so that I can move forward. Wonder who could be in here. There's no keyhole. Okay, so now that we have a key, it has to go somewhere, of course. Video game logic dictates. And here we are. Now we can power up this complex. But we also boot up this robot. He seems upset. But he's not the boss. Did you know that the Mimiga? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's cause some trouble with the missile launcher. And the biggest problem with this guy is he has a ton of health. And sometimes it can be really difficult to whittle him down without getting hurt enough to be killed. You can see he landed on me and did about 14 health worth of damage. And that's why I died the first time. Okay, so, oh, oops. Gotta talk to him. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Haha. I have to go get jellyfish juice. Sorry, gotta kill the jelly one more time. But at least I turn these fans on, which make it easier to get around. In theory. Sheesh. There we are. Oops. I was hoping the bubbles would kill him before I ran into it. You know what though? I'm going to save and go ahead and update to the next part. First though, take a little rest. Oh, here we are. Okay, thanks for watching and see you in part 3.